Captain Nina, the ginger space cat, and her co-pilot Zog, a purple alien cat, were enjoying a perfectly calm day aboard the space shuttle Perfect. They were sipping on cosmic milk, watching galaxies swirl by outside their window. Everything was peaceful, quiet, just the way Nina liked it. Until a sudden sharp beep 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 shattered the silence. A strange signal flashed on their main screen, pulsing with an urgent rhythm. Zog floated over to the console, his big purple eyes wide with curiosity. He pointed a furry paw at the display. "Captain, this planet is blinking at us." Nina stretched, extending her claws just a bit before retracting them. She sauntered over, her ginger tail twitching. "Planets don't blink, Zog. That's scientifically impossible." But as they stared at the screen, it happened again. The small green dot on their map flashed brightly 3 times in a row. It wasn't a reflection or a solar flare. It was a deliberate, repeating pattern. A signal. Intrigued, Nina adjusted their course. "All right, let's take a closer look." "Engage thrusters, Zog." Gently. As the space shuttle Perfect approached the mysterious world, they saw that its entire surface was a brilliant shade of green, sparkling like a field of emerald glass. The light wasn't just reflecting off it. The planet itself seemed to be glowing from within. With each rotation, different facets of the landscape would catch the light of the nearby star and glitter with breathtaking beauty. "It's beautiful," Zog whispered, his face pressed against the viewport. "It's certainly shiny," Nina agreed, her captain's mind already running through landing protocols. She guided the Perfect through the shimmering atmosphere. The air itself seemed thick with light, and the ship coasted down as if on a soft glowing cloud. The landing was flawless, a gentle touchdown on the radiant green ground. As the shuttle's ramp lowered, a soft ethereal hum filled the air. Everything around them, from the ground they stood on to the strange crystalline trees, shimmered with a gentle pulsing light. The entire world felt alive, watching them. Nina took a cautious step forward, her whiskers twitching. She whispered to Zog, "Do you feel like we're being watched?" Zog, who had been trying to poke a glowing mushroom, froze. "Very much yes," he replied, his voice a little squeakier than usual. He slowly looked around, trying to pinpoint the source of the feeling. Then, from behind a large, glowing rock that looked like a giant piece of sea glass, something rolled out into the open. It was a perfectly round green alien, about the size of a beach ball, and it was covered, from top to bottom, in eyes. 147 blinking, curious eyes, all focused directly on them. The little creature tumbled to a stop right in front of them, and a single friendly eye on the very top of its head blinked 3 times, just like the signal they'd seen. A cheerful voice piped up. "Hi, I'm Peep. Welcome to Glemoria, I see you." Zog blinked his own 2 eyes back at the creature's many. "I see you too," he stammered. "All of you." Peep giggled, a sound like tiny bells, and all of its eyes crinkled in a smile. But then, the cheerfulness faded, replaced by a look of worry that rippled across its entire body. "We need help. Our glow core, the very light that keeps our planet and all of us alive, is fading." "Fading? What happened to it?" Nina asked, her professional demeanor taking over. She knelt down to get a better look at the strange little being. Before Peep could answer, a low, ominous rumble echoed from deep underground. The shimmering ground beneath their paws trembled, and the gentle light of the planet flickered ominously, dimming for a moment before returning, noticeably weaker than before. All of Peep's eyes swiveled toward a gaping glowing pit nearby. From the depths of that pit, a tall, twisting shape began to rise. It was a creature made not of flesh or rock, but of pure living shadow. It had no discernible features, just a shifting dark form that seemed to absorb the light around it, making the air grow cold. A deep, chilling voice echoed from the shadow, a voice that sounded like grinding stones. "I am Umbras, the Shadow Collector." Peep trembled, all 147 of its eyes shaking with fear. "He stole our glow core. He hates all light." He wants to plunge Glemoria into eternal darkness. The shadow creature, Umbras, seemed to laugh, a soundless shudder that ran through his form. It lashed out with shadowy tendrils that snapped through the air like dark whips. The glowing ground sizzled and went dark wherever they touched. Nina, with her cat-like agility, dodged to the side. Zog, less agile and more sensible, immediately hid behind the nearest glowing rock. Peep was frozen in place, a ball of trembling, terrified eyes. Umbras focused on the small, frightened alien. All these little lights. They will all be mine to extinguish. His shadowy arm stretched out towards Peep. Not today. Nina shouted, her fur bristling. She needed a plan, and she needed one fast. Her eyes darted around the shimmering landscape, taking in the scene. The shadow creature hated light. They were on a planet of light. The solution had to be here somewhere. Zog. Peep, I have an idea. Peep's eyes flickered nervously toward her, hope warring with fear. Zog poked his head out from behind his rock. A good idea, I hope? Nina looked directly at Peep. Peep, your eyes. You said you can see us. But can they do anything else? Can your eyes glow? Peep blinked a few of its eyes in confusion. Glow? Then, a realization dawned on his face, and a wide grin spread across its round body. The fear vanished, replaced by a mischievous twinkle in every single one of its 147 eyes. Glow, Captain, they can shine, and with that Peep took a deep breath. Suddenly all of its eyes lit up at once. They weren't just glowing. They were blazing like 147 tiny, brilliant green suns. An intense, pure beam of emerald light shot out, hitting Umbra square in his shadowy chest. The shadow collector recoiled, letting out a horrific silent scream. No! Too much light. It burns. The concentrated light was literally unraveling its shadowy form. The dark tendrils shrank back, and its tall shape began to waver and collapse in on itself. This was their chance. Zog now. Nina yelled. As Umbra staggered backward, blinded and weakened by the dazzling light, Zog darted out from behind his rock. He zipped behind the creature, where a faint, pulsing glow was visible within its dark form. With a heroic leap, Zog reached into the swirling shadow and snatched the glowing orb from its grasp. Got it! He shouted, holding the glow core triumphantly above his head. The moment the core was free, Umbras let out a final fading hiss and dissolved completely, turning into a harmless wisp of smoke that quickly vanished into the light-filled air. Quickly, Nina, Zog called, tossing the core to her. Nina caught the precious orb. It felt warm and alive in her paws. She ran to a large, empty pedestal in the center of the clearing and carefully rolled the glow core into its rightful place. The moment it settled, the core began to pulse. First with a soft beat, then brighter and brighter, sending out waves of powerful emerald energy. The light surged across the landscape, reigniting the glowing trees, the shimmering ground, and the crystal formations until the whole planet blazed with a renewed, vibrant life. The hum of the world returned, stronger and more joyful than before. Peep, its eyes now back to a gentle twinkle, bounced up and down with joy. You did it! You saved us! Glemoria shines again! From all around, dozens more Glamorians, all covered in blinking eyes, rolled out from their hiding places, cheering and blinking their thanks. Peep rolled up to Nina and held out a small glowing gem shaped just like one of its eyes. For you, Captain. This is the Glamorian Guardian Gem. It holds a piece of our light. If you ever need us, just shine it and we'll come help you. Nina accepted the gem, its warmth spreading through her paw. Thank you, Peep. We'll treasure it. Zog floated beside her, looking out at the happy blinking inhabitants. Another planet saved, Captain. Ready for the next one? Nina looked toward the sky, where the space shuttle Perfect waited. She gave Zog a confident grin. Always. With waves and a chorus of happy blinks from hundreds of friendly eyes, the space shuttle Perfect lifted off from the radiant green surface of Glemoria. As they ascended into the stars, the Glamorian Guardian gem on their dashboard pulsed with a gentle, reassuring light. And so, with a new souvenir and another successful mission behind them, Captain Nina's next great adventure began. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more Space Cat adventures.